Hi there, I'm Mark Davidson. I'm superintendent of New West Schools. Pretty soon, within the next couple of weeks, the board will be examining the Long-Range Facility Plan, or LRFP, for New West Schools. This is a document that is constructed as an expectation of government to outline what it is that are the intentions of the district over the course of the next 10 years in order to address capacity needs. You will note in this draft plan that there are significant changes from what the previous plan drafted in 2023 looked like. Why is that? It's because there's been pretty significant changes in the way we examine building schools in our community. We note that we are dramatically oversubscribed in terms of the number of students we have in our schools. We also note that it's been very difficult to secure land in order to put new schools on them, given the rising cost of land. And the challenges that government is having economically right now have forced us to together consider approaching capital planning and building new facilities in a different way. And that being the consideration of site intensification, building larger schools on sites we already own in order to move students from portables into proper classrooms. In recent discussions with government, we arrived at the notion of using the Tweedsmuir campus as a super campus, building two large schools that would help us ease capacity challenges throughout the city. As you know, we're working hard to get additional seats. We recently started and will soon complete the construction of the expansion to Queen Elizabeth, and the elementary at Simcoe Park will be breaking ground very soon. Still, we remain thousands of seats behind in terms of projected enrollment through the course of the next decade. This move, if it comes to fruition, would see two large schools built on Tweedsmuir site, allowing us to address capacity challenges across the district well past 2035. What that means for Tweedsmuir is that that school would be taken down while the students were decanted to a separate site at Stride School in Burnaby District, allowing for one project to be announced, one large cycle of construction, making arrival at a place where students move from portables to classrooms come faster at a lesser cost to the taxpayers. The board is being presented with two scenarios to consider within their long-range facility plan. The board will rank them as their first and second choices before directing us to construct business cases for each and then submit those to government. Scenario A would see the construction of a junior secondary school and a secondary school on the Lord Tweedsmuir site. This would see all of the other middle schools in the city converted to elementary schools. And you would see a dramatic reduction in the number of students in elementary and middle schools who are currently educated in portables. This would still require the construction of additional elementary school capacity shortly after 2040. Scenario B, or the second scenario, would see the construction of a large elementary school and a large middle school on Tweedsmuir site. This would see all of the middle schools shift to becoming a 7, 8, 9. All of our elementary schools would become K-6 schools, and it would allow us to remove a grade from New West Secondary School, making it a 10 to 12 high school. This plan would see us have to build a new high school shortly after 2040. The business cases proposed for both of the two scenarios will contain information about the longer-term impact on student enrollment and where capacity is realized throughout the city. What is true about either is that it would remove the vast majority of students from portables and would move them into proper classroom settings and alleviate the stress on the system for a number of years. That is broadly good news for the district if this comes to pass. Remember, of course, that these scenarios are presented to government as options for their consideration, and then that they still need to decide whether or what will be approved. We're in the process of building a case as opposed to finalizing a plan. If government chooses one of these options, the impact on our community will be significant. Students from across the city will move into proper classrooms, purpose-built for student learning in amazing settings. And it'll see the return of green space to schools across our city. trees and grass available to students who currently attend school in large portable classroom campuses. The board invites you to attend either in person or online an information session to be held on the 1st of June. Information about how to join that and read more about the long-range facility plan can be found in the link you see below.